Greetings, my friends. This is Gilles. I wanted to come and wish you a wonderful day, to stay faithful to this communication, to those messages, to continue to discuss these ideas. And the first ideas is really, I talked about that yesterday, but it's life is always about you here and now. When you were created by God, it was you here and now. When you chose to incarnate and through these many planets and many incarnations, it's been you here and now all along. And when you return to your source, your creator, when the cycle will be completed, the eternal cycle, you will be you here and now. And when you think about somebody else, it is you thinking about somebody else, an extension of you. When you think about the past, it is here and now that the past is being brought into play, or the future. So it will always be you here and now, but yet it is always us, for we are one. And so it is something that will regain our power by understanding the responsibility of being you, being here and being now. It is all you, it is all here, it is all now, all the past, all the future, the whole universe is you. And so it is a difficult concept to understand, but about to integrate, to understand maybe, but to integrate for life is such a we'll keep on giving, but also challenges in the relationship to that understanding. For we have to cross the 7 cycle. There are 7 concentric cycle of circles of consciousness, and each circle there is certain challenges. We need to master all the circles until we reach the central core, which is our God self, our divinity. And so personally, I'm really eager to paint. It's really eager to return to my creative activity. But because when we're involved in a very enjoyable creative activity, it can be painting, it can be gardening, it can be cooking, it can be making love, it can be anything that's very creative, where we're fully in the enjoyment of the process, then time disappears. It's like time doesn't exist. We're here and now, we're focused on that. When we're involved in something we really do not like, time seems to be very long, and when we're waiting for something, or time seems very long. But it's important to find those things that you really love, so you can dissolve time and move into the now, even if we're always meant to come back, but less and less. Also wanted to say that 99% of the human population have never heard of the concept of enlightenment, of ascension. They've never even heard that terms, and so it is a great gratitude and thankfulness for the 1% that have been working on that process of ascension, of understanding the inner process. And so, because it is because of the work of the 1% that has been working on themselves and their connection to their soul and spirit, that the others will be able to, that made it through that process and will be able to awaken. Without that, the world will be gone. The surface of the planet would have vanished away. And so thank you very much. And also the understanding that 99% of the population, even if they're atheists, even if they are completely into illusion or whatever they live in, are good, kinded heart people. They want peace. They want to live in peace. They are dominated by love. They're seeking. They do not have this negative intention towards the world. So, and the 1% that are working against humanity, against the planet, against the light, will be cleared up really soon. So do not worry about them. Do not focus on fear. Do not focus on corruption. Do not focus on violence. There will be all of that will come up, but do not focus. Let go of that. All will be gone within a matter of months. Everything will be clear. There's going to be so much that's going to be coming up very soon. All of this. Maybe a couple of years, but because there will be things that needs to come up, but everything is designed to release all that. And so just trust that and move into those things that bring you joy. For we're seeking to, eventually we're going to move into this integrated state, and we're going to be able, all kind of memory will return, the history of the planet, our own soul history, the history of the planet, the history of the universe, the history of God since the beginning of creation. All of that is included within our DNA, and the memory will open when necessary. There is one thing that is undisclosed, is the origin of God. Even on Paradise, the great beings, that are the great philosophers, that inhabit the central isle of light and life. I mean, there's been a lot of speculation since even before the beginning of time on the origin, the relationship, the causal relationship between the seven co-absolutes of infinity. But well, we know that the universal father had to come first, but then there is still great subtle understanding. So those things are completely undisclosed. Was God ever, the only thing that we know is God has always been God. There's never been a time where God wasn't God, and so, but we do not know anything about the origin of that, which doesn't matter. We can still speculate or imagine or seek out those things, but I guess there may be information that will come through when we're ready to, once we achieve the deity absolute, the absolute realization of divinity. Then maybe there will be some disclosure, but even then, even if we know, we won't reveal it to anybody that's that's not on that level. So, but it's still those things that can come into mind. People are wondering those things as well. For information comes through the intuition, and it comes through us. Solar plexus and our third eye. It is and third chakra. For what we need to trust more. We need to set a path of trust for this. There is so much contrast in the world. We have learned to be careful of the world in some ways, and so. But it's better to trust than to fear, because life is a mirror, and so what we trust, we can trust that the heart will continue to beat. It's not something that we need to mentally keep on working so the heart beats. It's a gift from the universe, so that our lungs will integrate oxygen and will fuel, will send this oxygen into the blood, and so that will continue to. We can trust that the sun will rise. Those are the things we can trust, but we have to extend that trust, the trust that love will manifest in our life, that money will flow into our life, that and trust in the divine plan, trust in yourself, and trust in others. The only time that we need to be careful is when we feel a pain in our belly, when we feel like tight in the stomach, in our belly. That means something is wrong. We have to be careful. When you feel an expansion in your heart, that means you can expand your trust. And so, but it's about me more to choose a path of trust. Also, it is good to develop relationship with the galactic families or the ascended masters or the archangels that we are comfortable with, and to do that every day. It is like clientele service assistance, like. The support system, your support team, to develop that relationship to your guides, to the whatever galactic families, the archangel, whatever ascended masters or great ladies of light, or whichever relationship you feel strong with, is that you want to develop that. So you create this relationship, and you anchor that connection. You can receive more information from those spirits. Also wanted to say that most of the whistleblowers, there are a lot of whistleblowers that are here to denounce all of the darkness plans, but they're doing a lot of harm to themselves. It is not, there is no need for that. Everything will come up, and if you don't spend too much time in those conspiracy sites, for a lot of people are using that to gain fame, to be famous and get a lot of subscribers, and they're making those spectacular announcements, and like everybody's drawn towards those darkness, and to continue to fuel these dark plans. But at the end, you will not change anything. But the higher self do not really want that. It's the ego self that wants to be in the center focal point of attention, say, I am the one who's telling you the truth about all this darkness. But this is completely unnecessary. It will lower your frequency. Same thing with the social media. You can use it, but do not. It lowers the frequency. It brings us back down to 3D. So it has to be used with discrimination. We have to also know that what is called the end of time that is coming is the end of darkness. It is the end of ignorance. It is the end of separation. It is the end of suffering. It is the end. It is the end of this dark shadow matrix. And so there is nothing to fear about this end of time. For there will be the beginning of eternity for those who are qualified, those who have enough love, enough inclusion, enough harmony, enough. We have to be liberated from any form of racism or segregation or jealousy or excessive material greed or cupidity or all those things. We need to work on ourselves with our guides and spirit progressively, and do not judge yourself for anything low. If they have a lower frequency program that are still, you're still manifesting some lower, just acknowledge it and say, well, you know, as you acknowledge something that you no longer want, that is no longer needed, you can correct it. Huh? It's nothing to judge. It's not about judging, it's about progressing, growing, evolving. For the body is actually just a descension of the light of God. Eventually the light of God descended into this physical form. And we do not want to hold on energy, we want to allow the energy to pass through us, to anchor it into the planet, but not to hold on. It is like a cup, if we keep it full, we cannot receive more. So whatever, no matter how gratifying new energies or new information or new ideas come to us, and we integrate it and we let it go. There will be more coming. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you. Also wanted to say that there was a great scientific discovery that needs to be made, and that science has no clue yet is about eternal life. For life, we were led to believe by those who created this dark shadow matrix that death is eternal and that life is temporal, when it is actually the opposite. Life is eternal and death is just a temporal portal. And very soon science is going to be discovering this great mystery, the secret of the eternal life, of the immortal soul. And so it will be science that will reveal God on that level more than religion. And it will be the greatest discovery of the 21st century. Science will be able to prove the eternity of the soul, the eternity of that our consciousness continue to grow and evolve. In the meantime, to choose to believe in the eternal life is maybe the most important choice we can ever make. But we cannot force someone to believe in anything. We just gotta accept that people have their own belief and they will awaken when God decides that they will awaken, or their soul have programmed for them to awaken. Some people will never awaken in this lifetime also. We have to accept that. I'm going to pull a few cards from the Angel Tarot. The highest wisdom, so the highest wisdom is trust. Trust in the plan, trust in yourself, trust in life, and allow everything to pass through. All this darkness will be coming and going. It is not here to stay. For some time I feel we live in a mad world, completely mad. When I turn on the information, the news, it's like this program of this tyranny is very, very strong, but it will not last very long. What we need to understand is friendship. We can rely on our friends and to be there for our friends as well. So we don't need too many friends. We don't need millions. We cannot have thousands of friends. Otherwise, it's better to have a few friends that we can rely on and that can rely on you. Although this doesn't have to be limited, but friendship is very Epicurean value. It is the most precious. We need each other, and we can be friend with God. God is your best friend. Know that God is your best friend. There is nobody that God will never betray you. God will never lie to you. He can show you certain things that, for all that is part of God, and your guides, your angels are very, they are not object of worship or anything. They're just friends. They're family members. They're your close, intimate family on the upper plane. What we need to do is renewal. It's a rebirth. It's a renaissance. We need to be reborn, and we're not quite born yet, but we're getting ready to be reborn. And the outcome will be healing. There's going to be a healing. There is a healing that is going on. And so we'll be able to very soon to celebrate the new phase. So I wanted to thank you for everything, for your kind donation, for your sharing, for your comment, for your messages, for your prayer, for everything, and for your inner work as well. For the more we become integrated within our inner self, our higher self, our inner self, the more we'll be able to accelerate the process. For the plan was supposed to happen over decades, and it's going to happen over years, this expurge of the darkness, because us, the light workers, have made so much progress through the process. I'm going to finish with a song. It's a song about the great void, about the silence, about for without the void, without the expanse of heaven, the stars would not be able to shine without the darkness. So it's about being able to integrate all that, and it's an old song. It's called The Sound of Silence. Hello darkness, my old friend, I've come to talk with you again, because a vision softly creeping left its seed while I was sleeping. And the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sound of silence. In restless dreams I walk alone, narrow streets of cobblestone, 'neath the halo of a street lamp. I turn my collar to the cold and damp, when my eyes were stabbed by the flash of a neon light that split the night and touched the sound of silence. And in the naked light I saw 10,000 people, maybe more. People talking without speaking, people hearing without listening, people writing songs that voices never share, and no one dare disturb the sound of silence. Fool, said I, you do not know, silence like a cancer grows. Hear my words that I might teach you, take my arms that I might reach you. But my words like silence raindrop fell and echoed in the wells of silence. And the people bowed and prayed to the neon god they made, and the sign flashed out its warning in the words that it was for me. And the sign said the words of the prophets are written on a subway walls and tenement halls, and whispered in the sounds of silence. Indeed, people are talking without listening. People never say what the word says, but it is very clear that we speak, but sometimes people speak just to say things without really having the meaning of what they say. They hear things, but they don't really listen. They just like it goes in and it goes out. So there is a lot of philosophy within music, and a lot of great philosophy happens in music. I'm going to pull one more card, and I'm really eager to start working on my painting again, to move on to the next level. Especially I won't be able to stay here, it is not so, but I need to know where I'm going before that, before I'm leaving. So the situation is the 7 of Michael. There is a better way of going about it. To go about it alone may not be the best solution. Do not neglect the details. So we want to call on friends. We want to call on angels. We want to call on the guides. We want to call on associates. We do want to be of service to each other, so we can do the road together, and to call on the assistance of spirit as well. For here it is somebody that's ready to go into these dark woods, but the Archangel Michael is here to say, well, no, take the other road. It'll be a lot easier. So just know that there will be the situation will be clear. Then the King of Michael will says it's about having principle, being rational, ambitious, and respected. We need to reconcile with ourselves. The process I've been going through in the past few months. For it's been like 10 days now that I'm over that. But it's been so painful. I was really. Even the past 2 years, I was really upset with my soul and spirit. Why do I need to go through that? And so, but all of this, we want to forget about all that to be healed and to be ready to move into this far greater reality. So it says, leave place to wisdom and objectivity. Be honest. The situation must be dealt with sincerity and necessitate a good communication. So it's still good to be really to communicate well, to be strong, to be to stay within the strengths. And also one more card is the strengths. The Archangel Ariel. It says strength and grace expressed through kindness, trust in yourself, and forgiveness. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you. Wish you a wonderful, wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Thank you. Namaste.